Decito Capote, and we're back with another deck profile. The ban list came out a couple of days ago, and I've been trying to get this up, and I finally got the opportunity to do it. I got some time off from work, and so I was like, hey, let's make a deck profile and maybe record some video game stuff. Who knows? But this version of the deck profile, we're doing heroes, is going to be the quick version, so it's just going to be ratios, it's just going to be whatever. Just look at the cards, and if you want to do the same, if you already understand how the deck works, you're like, ah, that's interesting. But if you want a more in-depth explanation, I'm going to make another video, and I'm going to upload it along with this one, and you can go check that out. But for those of you who just want the ratios, who just want just want the cards in the deck, we have three Stratos. We have three Shadow Mist because Shadow Mist is good. I wouldn't. Sorry, two Shadow Mist. Sorry, three Stratos because he's honestly now the best normal summon in your deck, and two Shadow Mist because you never want to play more than you play Vion, and I don't want to play three because it's Berkey. One Liquid Soldier. This is really good just for resource management and for getting a advantage loop going. Then we've got three Ferris because although the Vision Hero combo isn't as necessary anymore, it's still really good and you do want to open it a lot if you can. Then we've got one Increase because two isn't the best. If you opening two Increase is kind of rough, and if you do open the Increase, it's not the end of the world. You can still basically go full combo really easily. It's just this helps for more extension and for sort of recovery after you get something like Nibirude, or if you're like under Macrocosmos, it helps you make your plays. Then two Vision Hero Vion. It's a good normal summon, but I wouldn't play three because opening two Vion is not the best. And I play two Poly in the deck, and I don't want to play more Vion than I play Poly, just because I mean, you used to play two even when you played one Poly, but even now that I play two, and I don't regret playing two. Playing two Poly is actually amazing. But anyway, we play two Malicious because Malicious is at two. One Denier because playing more than one is kind of useless because all his effects are in the graveyard and once per turn. One Dark Angel because it helps insulate your board and helps avoid stuff like a turn two Dimensional Fissure. One Plasma because it's still a really good card, even though it's not really good against here. One Honest Neos because Honest Neos is a really good utility card. This is something that a lot of people don't play. I really like it because it gives you follow up, right? It gives you follow up. It gives you a way to. You don't have to use Dark Fusion, or you do have to use Dark Fusion for Bane. So a lot of the time, if you're under Macrocosmos, this kind of sucks, but usually it's in your deck. You don't see this too often, and when you do, it sucks. Yeah, when you see the Dark Calling, it sucks. But like most of the time, it's worth it. Most of the time, it's just a good recovery play, a good way to bait out your opponent's stuff turn two, and then go into your main stuff. I really like it. Some people might disagree, but that's just me. Now, I don't play three EN Shuffle. I play two EN Shuffle and one Crosskeeper. Now, I think this is actually better because that way you get the Crosskeeper advantage, like if you want to discard it for droplets or discard for whatever, and then just get the draws off. And then you get the EN Shuffle. EN Shuffle is just really good. I think two is better because opening more than one of this in your hand is kind of rough, and it's good to open it, but Crosskeeper does basically the same thing. I've been testing around, and I do think this is really good. You could play a third EN Shuffle if you disagree, but that for now that's what I'm playing. Then because we're playing EN Shuffle, I'm playing three Emergency Call to make sure you always have an elemental hero, whether it be Stratos or Shadow Mist, either one works, or even Liquid Soldier. Then three A Hero Lives because not playing three would be silly. One Reinforcing the Army because it searches your entire deck, including your elemental heroes. It's just basically a fourth e-call, sorry. One Miracle Fusion because of the Sunrise resources. Two Polymerization. I really think two Polymerization is great in this. It makes it so you don't have to use Wonder Driver and like be susceptible to a lot of interruption when you do your recovery plays. You can just normal summon a Vion and search search their poly, which I think is really good. But that's just me. I like it. I like it a lot. Then three Fusion Destiny because this card is busted. It's a combo starter, an extender, and a finisher. And three Mass Change because Dark Law is the main way you're going to win most of the time, especially in this format. two Droplet and one Called by the Grave. I do think Droplet is better than Super Poly right now because tier is even though Macrocosmos is and like all the anti-tier stuff, even though Herald of the Orange Light aren't like so much of a thing anymore. Sorry, Macrocosmos and Dimensional Fissure are anti-tier, and they don't have the Herald of Orange Light. Droplet is still really good because it doesn't plus them when you like get rid of their monsters. You just attack over them, right, and you negate their effects too. One Called by the Grave because it's just good, and you can't play Bystials in this deck because they lock you out of. Well, you can play Bystials in this deck if you use them during your opponent's turn, but you can't use it like as you would in other decks because it locks you off of Cross Crusader and it locks you off of Vision Hero Ferris, which is just really annoying. And then the one copy of Harpy's Feather Duster in the main deck because Macro and Dimensional Fissure are going to be main decked by a lot of decks, mainly Exorcister and Flu. And you have to have at least one out in the main deck. Unless they play Goddess Skull Oracle, like you can draw into it and it'll be good. But like I don't know. I'm scared of this new format, Macro and Dimensional Fissure at 3. That's gonna suck. Then in the extra deck we have two Cross Crusader, one Wonder Driver because even with two Poly, it does help to have a way to recycle Poly if you don't have access to Vion or if you don't have access to a way to get to search Poly just outright. You can just use Wonder Driver to do it as like a backup. Then one Dread Decimator, one Blast. For this is actually really. I really like Blast. I think it's good for dodging effect negation on your Stratos. It's good for getting over not trouble, but like monsters that you have a hard time getting off the field, and it's a good way to deal with spell and trap cards, especially with the Macrocosmos and Dimensional Fissure being a thing. Blast is going to get a lot better just because that way if your opponent does it turn 1, you can just summon Stratos, mass change the Stratos, bounce the Dimensional Fissure, and then go off with your combo, right? So it's just a lot better now than it was before. One Acid because you want to clear that back row, right? One Sunrise and one Absolute Zero because Absolute Zero is the best thing you can make. And I still think it's going to be the best thing you can make even after the Wake Up Your E-Hero because that uses the battle phase. It's good, but I don't know. It's like you don't. I don't know. I don't know how good it is. Then two DPE, especially now with Macro and everything, like this isn't going to be going to your graveyard very much. It's going to get shuffled back. It's going to get whatever. So being able to make two, it's going to get banished more than anything with the Bystials. But being able to make two is going to be really, really important because it's a really good card. It helps you push for game. It helps you avoid stuff. I play two because they're going to get rid of it. They're going to get rid of it 100%, and you have to be able to make a second one, which you often can really easily. But playing the 2 DP is, I think, necessary right now. The 1 Bane because it's a really good card. And then 2 Darklaw because it's the best card in your deck. And playing 3 is kind of unnecessary. You're never really going to use the third one. Sometimes you'll use the second one, but never the third. Then we have my tech spots in the deck. So 1 Linkuriboh. This is for the Ibly lock. I think people are still doing the Ibly lock with a lot of decks, mainly Sprite. Which is just really annoying, and this deck can't out it because all of your Link monsters need Warrior monsters, which Ibly is not, and the only way you can really get out of it is tribute summon Ferris over the over the Ibly, which is like, yeah, great, but then you use your normal summon and it's all rough. But so Linkuriboh was just an innate out to that, and then Abyss Dweller just for tier shenanigans, you know. But anyway, that's the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you let me know what you think about it in the comments below. What you think about heroes in general, and yeah, if you like the video, please leave a like, maybe subscribe, and if you want more videos, ring the notification bell. I'll see you guys later. Hope you have a great day.